So I decided to start going live again. What's today? Every Friday, I'll be doing live name readings for those of y'all who've been stalking my channel. Somebody commented on my channel and said, "Girl, I've been watching all your videos trying to see if you're gonna do my name." So now all you gotta do is show up on a live. There you go. Boom. You in. Hi, Duchess Delusion. I seen your name somewhere before. I definitely seen your name somewhere. Okay. They said sound is gold. All right. I'm at the beach trying to do two things at one time. You know what I mean? Trying to live my actual luxurious life and work. We can do both. Somebody said, "You are not delayed." Thank you. All right. Before I actually get into doing the name readings, before y'all start dropping y'all name, can I give y'all a little bit? Before y'all start, can I give y'all a little bit about Akashic Records and how and why they are tied to your name? Because people like to argue with me all the damn time on the internet. You can't get into your Akashic Records. Nobody can get into their Akashic Records. Akashic Records are all around you. Akashic Records are all around you. I know that everybody that follow me probably have heard the law as within, so without, right? Right? Anybody who ever read, I don't know, Emerald Tablets. I'm trying to think of some other spiritual books that talks about these laws. As within, so without. So if everything is as within, so without, wouldn't that mean that the Akashic Records that are inside of you, hey, Brian Burton, wouldn't that mean that all the Akashic Records that are inside of you, that are deep, buried deep down in your unconscious mind, will also manifest outside of you? Yo, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Is this making logical sense? We ain't even got to think that hard to figure this out. If the law of as within, so without applies across the board, that means that your Akashic records that are inside of your DNA, what they call junk DNA in the science world, okay, it's DNA that you done forgot about. They act like it don't count. It do count. It count a lot, actually. They want you to think that it doesn't count. They want you to think that it's not important. What they call junk DNA, that is where your Akashic records are. In your DNA, in your unconscious parts of your memory. So if it's inside of you, that means that it also shows up outside of you. That makes sense. Let me see. I'm looking at y'all comments. Yes, Akashic records can certainly be accessed. It's up to the individual to do their work. Exactly. It's up to the individual to do their work. It's up to the individual to listen to what's being said to them inside, to listen to what they say to themselves inside. Because what you're doing all day long is you are having a conversation with God. I know you think you're talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself, you're talking to God. Same thing. And you are asking questions that you are not even paying attention to. You are saying things, and the universe is going to answer you all the time. That's why the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. All you have to do is ask. But see, most people are not in receiving mode, so therefore they don't hear the answer. So the answers is showing up in what you call your Akashic records outside of you. Now let's get into how this could show up in a name. Not just a name. A name is a word, right? But my specialty is in names and words. How can it show up in a name? I'll give you a great example, a perfect example. When I first got my degree in metaphysics, and I was on my way to the graduation ceremony, which was in Sedona, Arizona, the road that I had to take to get there was called McDowell Road. I bullshit you not. And it wasn't misspelled. It wasn't no spelled in no weird way. It was McDowell. That is my government last name. What was the Akashic Records trying to tell me? What was God trying to tell me through my own unconscious mind? God was trying to tell me I'm on the right path. God was trying to tell me I'm on my path. I'm literally on my path. I'm literally on my lane. I'm on my purpose. I'm in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing here. You see how, as within, so without. Like my name literally showed up on a street sign to let me know I was on the right path. Was that a good example? I hope that helps somebody. Now that was an extreme example, but it was an example. But that kind of stuff is happening to y'all all the time. This is why I want you to pay attention. A lot of people pay attention to numerology. Oh, I seen 111 today. I seen 444 today. Okay, and what do that mean? You gonna go Google the angel numbers? I mean, that's cool, but it's not gonna tell you exactly specifically about you. When you see words that are tied to you and your name, don't you know that God is talking directly to you? Directly, there's no misunderstanding when that happens. That's why looking at words, to me, looking at words is more powerful than looking at numbers, because numbers, it has to be like deciphered. Not to say that words don't have to be deciphered, but you can interpret 111, 333. Like we know what they mean by like Googling that stuff. But if a word come, let me give you another example. I done I done name readings for people who have like animals in their name. They may have something that got to do with like a butterfly. Like what word is it that is a butterfly? It's somebody named that's literally a mean butterfly. I forget what it is right now. But anyway, their name might have something to do with a butterfly. Their name might have something to do with an eagle. I did somebody name who literally has eagle in it. Your name, if anybody in the chat got cat on the front of their name, whether it's CAT like Catherine or KAT like Katina, that name is telling you, number one, that you have a spirit guide that's probably a cat. Now I like to say probably because I don't like to tell people exactly what it is. It's up for you to confirm that. That's why somebody said earlier you have to do your own work, right? Yes, I read names, I read Akashic records and all that, but I never tell people this is exactly what it is. I tell you this is what it probably is, but you need to confirm that. So if you have something in your name that got to do with like an animal, you need to be paying attention to that animal or insect or whatever. Like there's a lot of Anthony's in the world. They have ant on the front of their name. You need to be paying attention to, you need to study the ant because it's going to teach you something about yourself. And it also says this in the Bible. Like literally, the Bible talks about ants. That's another thing about reading your own Akashic records, right? If you have a word in your name that's also in the Bible, first of all, if your name is in the Bible, like you're a Gabrielle, you're a Daniel, you're a Crystal, which is Christ. I just did that name the other day. Um, yeah, you need to go look it up in the Bible because the Bible is an Akashic record book. I have a whole video that talks about this, how the Bible is an Akashic record book. The Bible is made, it was written in a way to get you to go deeper inside of yourself. That's why the stories seem so bizarre, because you'll read the story and you'll be like, what the freak? I'm trying not to curse. I'm a lady sometimes. So y'all get what I'm saying. When you're seeing your name outside of you, that is letting you know that, hey, you should pay attention to this. Your name was the first thing that you got when you got here. Your name and your birthday. That's the main thing that y'all are trying to remember. I know that everybody want to, oh, let me play with these crystals and light candles and do, spells and magic and all that. The main thing you need to remember is your name. That is how you summon. Names are a summoning tool. By the way, I talk about all this in the book, and that the book should be pinned to the top. I tried to pin it. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I'm doing. But the book is somewhere in the comments. The exposing the mystery within your names book. Everything that I'm saying, well, not everything, you know, I talk about it in more depth in the book. See, everybody, well, not everybody, people always want to come to me and what my name mean. The first thing they say in the comments, what my name mean. My job is to help you understand the technology of names altogether. so that you will know all three of your baby fathers' name begin with a C. Well, damn, that's not a coincidence. That's not a coinkydink. All three of your baby fathers just happen to be a Leo. Hello? That's the type of stuff you need to be paying attention to. It's not only about your name, it's about all names. All names. You know, when you go into the store and you scan in the aisle to try to see what are you going to buy to eat, most people do not do what? Flip it around and look at the actual ingredients. They don't pay attention to all the names. That's the point I'm trying to make. Boom. Damn, that was good. That was a great example of the point that I'm trying to make. They are not paying attention to all the names. They are only paying attention to the marketing name, the brand name. No, turn that box around and look at the damn ingredients. Pay attention to all the names, all the words. So when I'm telling you that you need to be paying attention to not only your name, but all the names around you, that is how you read your Akashic records. Now, I'm not saying that's the only way. I'm saying that is the way that has worked for me for the past 10 years. That's how I got here, sitting on the beach. And I'm working, going live, living my life. Okay? Let me check y'all comments, and then y'all can go ahead and start dropping y'all names. I will I can't promise I'm gonna get to everybody. So don't get upset if I don't do your name. You can always book it, okay? Okay? You can always go book it. If you're not in a space and time where you can book it right now because things might be a little tight, then just go buy the book. That's at least a start. That's at least a start. Okay, I'm looking at your comments. Falita. Falita. Give me a second. Falita, I'm always gonna go by the first sound, okay? When I'm doing people's names, I'm always looking at the first letter or the first sound. Because you have that F sound on the front, I'm just gonna say it's related to balance. Now you're probably like, well, how the hell did you get that? Because it's PH. It's also the PH sound. Like phonetic. It's also, see, I'm listening to sounds. That's why when people, I don't even want to explain it. I'm listening to sounds and I'm looking for words that are related to, that like automatically pop out, that's related to metaphysics. So balance is related to metaphysics. You also have, oh, wow. Oh, okay. Because you got the FAL, that's like fall. So so you got that F on the front, which is say balance. So basically your name, like just the first part of your name is saying something about like you're here to learn something about balance to stop you from falling, to stop you from, well, you got fail in there. Damn, I'm good. You would like to see it? Huh? You would like to get a chair? A chair? Like, oh. Oh, wow. Oh, no, thank you. That would have been great, but I'm doing this and then I would have to move it up and try to. Yeah, so. Thank you for asking, though. That was nice. Okay. The lady asked me that I want a chair. Look at God. Let me acknowledge that. All things come to me easily. All things that I need come to me easily that's in alignment with me. All right. So, Felita, are you still here? Because I done gave you a whole sermon, girl. You do have, we can't ignore that, okay? When we see words inside of the name, we cannot ignore that and act like we don't see it. You have fail in there, FAIL. Fail is related to fall. It sounds like that's something that you probably had a fear of. Most people have that fear, so that's not nothing to be ashamed of. But that's probably something that you had a big fear of, that it showed up in your next life, right in your name. But it's telling you what to do, like, because it got the F on the front of it, which is the PH sound. It's telling you that you have to learn balance. Now, balance between what? I don't know. The rest of your name will help me see that, though. Right? The rest of your name tells the story. The middle name, last name, the birth date, the astrological chart. That is where you go a little bit deeper. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you. All right, who else we got? Hope you're enjoying the beach work and is okay. I'm checking the comments. Please be patient. I read Billy Carson's Emerald Tablets. Well, Billy Carson definitely didn't write Emerald Tablets. I don't know if he wrote a version of it, but he didn't write Emerald Tablets. I don't know who wrote that. That book was like channeled. That book was like channeled a long time ago, and people just keep recreating it. Don't forget that y'all can go find that link in the comments to grab the book, Exposing the Mystery Within Your Names. Okay, let me see. Ask and you shall receive. Yes, that's why when the Bible says ask and it shall receive, a lot of people think that it's about like physical stuff, material stuff. When really, no, you should be asking about you. The best time for you to ask about you is right before you go to sleep so that you can dream about it. So you can dream your answer. This is what this is another way to get into the Akashic records. Okay? In your dreams, because your dreams are part of your subconscious mind. Okay. Yes, McDowell Road. The spirit was like, girl, let me show you that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at. Yes. Oh wow. Yes. Felita. She said, would it be relative to fall or autumn? Yes. You see how you already making connections by yourself? You see how you already making connections by yourself? Yes. The connections that you make by yourself is even more potent than what I say to you, because you got it from inside of you. You had a self realization, right? By the way, if y'all don't know, I also teach self realization of a goddess. That is a course that I do almost every year. I have another one coming up in October. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. You should probably be on my email list. The best way to get on my email list is to buy something. Is to buy something. You can start with the ebook. Okay, but yes, Felita, you answered that question very well. Government name Elizabeth. Whenever you see L on the front of a name, it means God. El literally means God. In the Bible, El means God. That's why even in Islam, they call God Allah. It's still the L. It's still that L sound. Okay. So Elizabeth, your name off the top has to do with you, something to do with God. We know that. But then you have that Zabeth part. It has the same sound, tone, and phonetic as the word Sabbath. Same sound, tone, and phonetic as Sabbath. So now that says that you are here to learn something about God and the Sabbath. What is the connection between God and the Sabbath? Now I could do a whole video about the esoteric meaning of the Sabbath, but I'll give you the short version. It's about rest, the seventh day. Okay, so you have something to learn about God and rest. You have something to learn about the number seven, because Sabah means seven. So you have something to learn about the number seven. That means when you see seven, Elizabeth, when you see seven, it's talking to you. This is why I keep saying that when people be like, oh, I seen these numbers. The numbers will be more powerful if you know how they directly connect to you. And if it's in your name, if you have a number in your name, it's definitely a number that you should pay attention to, because it's talking to you. All right, Elizabeth, I hope that was helpful for you. You did my name a few years ago. Well, go ahead on, Seti. Let them know how powerful it was. I mean, if it was. People come to me, and I no bullshit. People come to me 5 years later, and tell me how the name reading led them down this path of transforming their life. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to collect case studies. I got 2 on my channel right now. People who got name readings years ago. This is why, no shade, but this is why I charge how much I charge now. For those who got their reading a long time ago, I used to charge like $50 or something. No. If I'm going to give you something that's going to last you for the rest of your life, that is why the price costs what it costs. Because it's going to last you for the rest of your life. You understand? You understand? You understand? Comprendo? Comprendo? It's about the value, not the price, y'all. The value. Melissa. Well, we know you got me right on the front of there. Hello. Follow me. Don't shake while you passing people. So you got me on there. So hello. That's telling you right off the top. Right off the top. What you are here to learn. See, but when I'm saying that you're here to learn about me, I don't necessarily mean me in the sense of just like self. I mean me on the most deepest unconscious level. Who are you? Who are you really? You got the L is the next letter right there. It's telling you. It's literally telling you. What I just say L mean? God. So your name says me, God is. It say me is God. It says me is a God. Come on, somebody. Hello? Melissa, you here? Now you're probably saying like, well, I know that already. We say that all the time. Do you? I say that. I'll be like, I'll get a revelation and I'll be like, yeah, but I know that already. Do you? Do you? It's not about whether you know it is or are you embodying it. Knowledge only takes you but so far. Knowledge can only take you but so far. It is about embodying it. So your name is pretty much saying, I'm God. That's what your name is saying, Melissa. Now, again, I'm going to remind y'all that you have a whole name. This is why I do name readings, because you have a first name, middle name, last name, birth date. When I read your name and birthday, because I have a whole package where I read not only your name, but your birthday. That is when we go into the other details of the rest of your name. Like the rest of your name will actually give you like the formula for what you are supposed to conquer in order to embody that. You see? That is why it is important to look at the entire name, not only your first name, so that you can get the formula. You came here with affirmations. That's another thing that's in your name. Affirmations are in your name. A lot of people go online and they look up morning affirmations. I am this, I am that. Imagine if you were saying some stuff that's already in your name, how powerful you would feel. My name says that I am here to do well as a speaker of hidden words and hidden names. My name literally means that. So when I wake up in the morning and I'm saying the affirmation that this is what I'm here to do, I can emit it through my body, through my nervous system, because I know that it's true because it's in my name. And I'm literally living that. Like I literally make a living from doing the thing that's in my name. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's important for you to know the whole name, not just your first name. Jill. Jill. First of all, well, you got those two L's in there. You know that got to do with God. But so we're gonna look at just the first letter. The first letter of Jill is a J, right? Now a J is very tricky because it's interchangeable with other letters. It's interchangeable with a Y. It's interchangeable with an I. But it's also a symbol. Okay, if you turn that, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all to do it. Flip that J upside down. Now what is it? Flip the J upside down. Miss Duchess Delusional, are you on here? Flip that J upside down and tell me, what does that symbol look like? Come on, I'm gonna make y'all do some of the work now. No, not Felita telling me she a Libra. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. This is what I do, Felita. This is what I do. See, you here to learn balance. It's in your name. It's in your sun sign. If you want to get the entire story, go ahead on and book the reading. Now I know I didn't put the link for the reading in the comments, but y'all know how to find me. I don't know. Send me an email or something. If you grab the book, you will be on my email list. The book is somewhere in these comments. somewhere in these comments. I don't know. I was trying to pin it to the top, but I didn't know how. The military uses phonetic alphabet. Listen, phonetics. mm, Phonetics have to do with vibration. We know that. That's how I know that, like, your name is emitting a vibration, which is a summoning. Your name is emitting a vibration, which is a summoning, which means that your name is going to attract people to you. You're going to summon experiences and people to you that's going to help you understand your own name. Everybody's here to help you understand you. Everybody. Even the person in your mind that you think is your biggest enemy, they are here to help you know you on the deepest unconscious part of yourself. Okay? Okay. She says she's still here. You are welcome. Yes, please go grab the book. It's only 11:11, y'all. Only 11:11. So if you grab the book, you may get more epiphanies all by yourself. Think of the epiphanies that you're getting right now just by listening to me, right? When you grab the book, you're going to have even more aha moments. And those are more powerful than even what I say to you because they came from inside of you. Self-realization. Ask about yourself before you fall asleep. 100%. Come back and let me know what happens. Felita said her name is Felita and she was born in the fall. Right. You was born. Wow. This got something to do with falling, being scared to fall or fail. Being scared to fall or fail. That's something that you have to conquer. And how do you conquer that? By being in balance. By being in balance. She said, I never made the connection, but I appreciate what you gave me. You have work to do. Join the club, girl. We all do. Beth in Hebrew is house. It is. So then that means Elizabeth. Well, I don't know who. If Elizabeth is still on here, because Sabbath is 7, then it says 7th house. Come on, somebody. What kind of 7th house? Well, I go to your astrology chart and look in your 7th house. It's giving you clues. Your astrological chart and your name go together like peanut butter and jelly. Okay, like a fish sandwich and some fries. Okay, they go together. They go together. This is why when I see astrology in people's names, I immediately tell them you need to go look at your natal chart. That is what's going to give you more in-depth understanding of how to, not only what you are here to do. A lot of people want to know, what's my purpose? Okay, after you find that out, then what? What if I tell you that, like I did somebody's name? This is the last thing I'm gonna say, then I'm gonna hop off here. Okay. I did somebody name, I don't know, last week or whatever. And his name was so deep. It was a guy too. I love when men book me for readings. By the way, if there's any men on here, holla at me. Only about 10% of my clients are men. I don't know, maybe y'all don't believe in the woo-woo, okay? But anyway, it was a guy and I did his name. His name was in the Bible. I'm not gonna share because, client's confidentiality. I'm not gonna share his whole name. But his name was in the Bible. So I found his name in the Bible and I interpreted what his purpose was according to that. And then putting it with the last name, it was so fucking powerful. Like, it had to do with him being like a safe space for rebels. His name had to do with him basically understanding how to create a structure and like uh, a safe space, like for people that rebel against the system, people that rebel against the government. So, okay, so now my point of bringing that up is, now after I tell you that that's what's in your name, then what are you going to do? Right? I'm going to show you what's in your name, and I'm going to show you how your name is giving you the formula to actually do those things. But it's up to you to embody it. So that's why you still got work to do, even after you get the name reading, right? Plug. That's the reason why I also host the course, Self-Realization of a Goddess, so that you can go beyond getting just the name reading, By the way, when I do self-realization of a goddess this year, starting in October, a name reading will be included in the course. Well, it's a journey. I don't like calling it a course. Okay. A name reading and an astrology reading will be included in it. So if you've already been thinking about getting a name reading, you might want to consider just doing the whole journey because it's included with it. Okay. Hit me up, send me an email or something. By the way, last reminder, the link for the book is in the comments. I'm not doing any more name readings. I'm done with those, y'all. You can book it. You can book it. Oh, she said I'm so gorgeous. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Not you with four names up here, Destiny. Not you with four names up here. Wait, is that five? Destiny, Maria, Lynn, Harford. Now, how the hell you get all them names? How did you get all them names? By the way, when you get a name reading, I'm only looking at your maiden name unless you get the full package. If you get the full package, then we can look at all the names. First, but if you just get the regular name reading, it's first, middle, and last name. Okay? And you get the full package, you can get even the name that when you got married, you can get your children's names. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but names that are very important to you. Because we're going to look at your whole story, not just your name. Okay? Because I got two different packages for name readings. How can I go about purchasing your book? I tried to pin it in these damn comments. I couldn't figure out how to do it, but I'll do it when I get off the live because the link is somewhere in this chat. I did post it in the chat. Seti said, get your name reading done. You will be surprised what's hiding in there. Thank you. Thank you. You will be pleasantly surprised how much it will help you. If you go on my channel and look for, you don't have to look that far. Go in the part where it says testimonials and reviews. You're going to see 2 case studies there. Okay. One of the case studies, when she got her name reading and she did what I told her to do, not just like, oh yeah, my name is blah, 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 blah. No, she did what I told her to do. She started having dreams about herbs, plants. She was dreaming that they were talking to her and they were telling her what they do in the body. So then she started going live on social media. Basically, she grew her social media following to 105,000. I'm not sure if she turned it into a business or not, but her whole story is on my channel. This is the impact of when you open it up. This is the impact of getting a name reading. And you go into the dream world, you start opening up what's in your unconscious mind. That's what happened with her. Okay? I got a lot of case studies that I need to edit. I got like 5 more. They're videos that I need to edit, but I only put 2 on the channel. So that's just to kind of give y'all an idea of the impact. It has lifetime impact, y'all. Lifetime impact. Okay, Ashley, she said one of my favorite metaphysicians. Let me tell y'all whose names are in the book already done for you. In case you on here and you listening like, oh, she didn't say my name. Ashley's in the book. I broke down the name Ashley in the book. Ashley's in the book. Jasmine is in the book. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, okay? Daniel, Erica, Jessica, Tiffany, Kimberly, Latoya. That's just off the top of my head. I don't know how many I named, but it's 10 names in the book. So if I said any of those names, before you book me for a name reading, just go grab the book. At least you'll get your first name. Okay, if any of those names are your name, or maybe you know somebody with those names, go grab the book because those names are already decoded in the book for you. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Hopefully, I'll see y'all on the other side, or see y'all in the self-realization of a goddess journey, or I'll see you on a one-on-one call for the name reading. Okay. Bye.